I am out at Northwest Vista College today. It's one of the first courses I played here in San Antonio. I remember getting a starter set and coming out here, playing here in Nanny Falcone. So really this course has a lot to do with me picking the sport back up after a little hiatus and really starting to take the sport a little bit more seriously. But we're gonna see how we do. I think the best I ever really shot out here before was like 6 down, so hopefully we can beat that. Hole 1 is 241 feet through a little tunnel, finishes up on a little hill. I'm gonna go with a Dos Equis forehand. Oh, get in the basket. It's a little right, but it should putt. I ended up getting a pretty great reaction off these trees here to where it didn't go deep in there, and I should have a little tap in for birdie. All right, good start. Hole 2 is 282 feet. It's really a pretty hard moving left to right shot. Low forehand you can play, high forehand. This tee is really muddy, so I'm gonna do a little rain tee and throw off to the side here. I'm gonna go with a chupacabra and just try to get a little skip out of it here. Oh, I love it. Get over there. Got a good little skip at the end. Kind of a little straighter though, but I should be in the circle, I think. Good shot. Got like a 25 footer left. Just try to make sure I don't leave this short. Ooh, barely caught there. All right, perfect start. Thank you for the good catch. That was definitely left side, but held on just enough. Hole 3 is a very interesting hole. The play is really my most overstable disc, a chupacabra here, on a like knife hyzer angle, let it fight back and try to get all the way to the basket. Looks like the over the top play is kind of opened up a little bit more. Wouldn't be terrible, but we're just gonna try to punch something down in there, let the disc do most of the work here. Oh my God. Oh, I hit chains and it fell out. I've never come that close to an ace here in my life. Oh, that's disappointing, but tap in birdie. So I'm walking up on that last shot, and I really have no idea how it got to the basket, because there's these trees. Let's see if you can get them right in front of the basket there. It would have had to go on the left side of those, I feel like, and then hook up. It's just wild that it actually caught chains, but it is laying right next to the basket here. Well, I can't complain about a 3 down through 3 start, but 4 down through 3 would have been really nice. Lone Star Disc Chupacabra. Hole 4 is only 179 feet, but it's a little bit tricky because it moves left very quickly. So you have to challenge these trees on the left to even get by those to get to the basket. I'm gonna go with that same blue Chupacabra here and just try to let the disc do the work here. Oh, that was too wide. Well, probably a par. Got a long putt here, technically makeable, but really just want to give it a chance and stay close. Ah, it's left. All right, should be a par. Okay, so it trickled out to about 15 feet here. Definitely not a long comebacker, but one that I could miss. Seems like every hole out here plays pretty well for a Chupacabra. You got hole 5, 191 feet, just a little chip forehand. Lots of trees to miss though. I did not miss the trees. This is one of those times where your approach shot is actually harder than what you would have had off the tee. It's fairly straight. I'm gonna go with an Artemis and just try to get up close there. Maybe a little bit of an Anheuser throw through this gap. Well, that's gonna leave me a tester. Well, I was even shorter than I thought. I'm really like circle 2 here. Good second tree. Oh well, bogey's not good on a 179-foot hole. Went from 3 down through 3 to 2 down through 5. That's a little bit rough. Well, lots of birdies out on this course though. Still a chance to break my record. And hole 6 is a 399-foot par 3. It's really just a big spike hyzer, hanging out wide right and let the disc work back left. Yeah, that's good. That should be pretty much parked. There's one tree up there that you have to beat. If you end up in it, you have a tricky putt. I guess I did not get quite enough on it. Ended up getting stuck up in this tree. Knocked it down here. Should be a little tricky upshot here. Get my foot behind the disc there. Got a horny toad. Just trying to flex something over there behind that bush. Oh, well, that wasn't good. All right, good putt. All right, par safe, that's fine. Hole 7 is only 189 feet, but it is an extreme dog leg left. Tight little gap to hit off the tee here. I just want to put this chupacabra on hyzer. Maybe you can just plan to skip up into the basket area there. Not high enough. All right, par again. Hole 8's extremely tricky. It's hard to get left enough with the spike hyzer, and these trees are just growing more and more. So I really don't know what the best play is. Maybe a flex forehand. We'll give it a shot here. Can I get it up? Gotta have enough turn on it. That might be okay. I mean, it was okay. Okay, so that flex forehand got me pretty close. It's pretty close to circle's edge. Weird stance. All right, to save par. All right. 2 down through 8 is definitely not where you want to be. This next hole is 207 feet. It's really just a little chip forehand. I'm gonna go with the horny toad. Really need this one to get back in a groove. Yeah, get in the basket, get in the basket. Parked, okay. Should be a birdie there. Wasn't the ace, but I'll take it. Well, this is about as good as you can do here. Got the tap in here. Nice little horny toad forehand. So being 3 under through the front 9 is definitely not ideal or where you want to be, but 8 of the 9 holes on the back 9 are birdieable. Hole 10 used to be like impossible, but they might have cleaned it up to make it doable. We'll see once we get up there. 6 down is still well in play, but I'm hoping to push to maybe like 8 under. All right, so they did clear out a lot of the woods here, but it really didn't affect the shot. Hole 10 is still pretty much unbirdieable. Some people can go over the top. My shoulder's not gonna do well with that. Plus we have a headwind. I'm just gonna try to get up there where I can have a little chance for a throw in. Flex forehand. That's about the best I've ever thrown it, so I should have a long look. I did end up in circle 2, which this is probably the best drive I've ever had on this hole. I'm sure some people who have a great forehand can push up here with some flexing shot, but for me, I take this every time. Oh, come on. Well, par, which is about what I expect on this hole. Hole 11 is a 318-foot spike hyzer. Really just gotta throw it out over these trees and let it spike in. See what we can do with this slick tee. Yeah, that should be good. That should be pretty close to parked. Give this a little Texas flip here. Just enough stuff to make it a little tricky. I really just gotta give it a little pop. All right, there we go. 4 down through 11. Hole 12 is one of the signature holes on this course. 165 feet underneath the bridge. Really just throw it straight. There's a wall behind you to stop if you end up going too deep. I'm gonna try to flex something in there, a little horny toad. Try to make sure I can keep height on it. That's always the hard part. Skip in. Ooh, okay, that'll play for a birdie. Should be a pretty easy putt here to go 5 down through 12. All right. Hole 13 is 177 feet. A little hyzer. You can either go low and try to skip or crash in over the top. This right side used to be just miserable woods, but they've cleaned that up a lot. I'm still gonna go with the high shot, just try to spike it in over this tree. Chupacabra. I might have thrown that too hard, might be deep. I actually ended up with a pretty decent reaction to end up here. I think I was going pretty long, and there's nothing from there, but from here, I've at least got a little bit of a chance. Maybe from a knee here. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, it's the best feeling putt of the day. Hole 14 here is basically impossible to film. It's dead straight, but there's all these bushes here that won't let me set up the camera there. It's probably the hardest hole in the course because if you get off one way or another, you're kind of screwed. I'm gonna go over the top with just an easy throw with the lariat. It's 323 feet. I needed about an extra foot of height on that. I'm right in the middle though. Should be a pretty straightforward shot with the horny toad. Just a little forehand. Yep, that'll work. All right. All right, 6 down through 14. Just got to get one of the next 4 to beat my record of 6 down. Hole 15, 238 feet. Really just a little forehand. I'm gonna go with the Dos Equis, just try to throw it nice and soft, get a little flex around the wall here. Skip, come on. That should be parked. I thought I was gonna have like 15 feet or something, but it's even closer than I thought. All right, that counts, right? All right, so with the birdie on the last hole, I've already beaten my personal record as long as I don't take a bogey on these next 3 holes. Hole 16 is 259 feet. I'm just gonna go spike hyzer over this limb here, let it finish in. There's some people up at the basket right now, so I'll give them a second here before I throw. I don't wanna knock out a child. They're out of the way now. I'm gonna go with a Chupacabra. That's the line I wanted. I just spike in by the basket. It might be a little deep, but I think it's putt in. Only went about 15 feet deep or so. Should be able to make this for birdie here. Oh, well, fumbled the pickup, but got the birdie. All right, what was that, 8 down? All right, hole 17 is 199 feet. Definitely one of the signature holes here. Just gonna throw out a little hyzer and try to land near the basket. Scared to throw it short. So apparently I'm just scared to put it close to the basket, leave myself a circle 2 putt facing right at the water. It's makeable though. We'll give it a little bit of a bid. Oh no, weak. All right, so 8 down through 17 right now. Hole 18 is 342 feet. I'm gonna go with the forehand, just try to get it high and wide and let it spike in. Oh, well, that ended up even closer than what I had thought. Nice to have a little tap in for 9 under. Not bad. Beat my personal best by 3 shots and definitely had a few mistakes, including a bogey on a sub 200 foot hole. But 9 under is not bad at all. It's a fun little course, so not one I would travel across the country to play, but if you're in San Antonio and looking for a fun little course that doesn't require a ton of distance and is somewhat technical, Northwest Vista College.